Hello everyone, the day is finally here. Patch 1.05 has finally dropped, and we've all seen these patch notes. Y'all know what they changed, but how did they change it? You don't know that. You don't know the actual numbers and stuff like that, but thanks to King Buerzel and Researcher, we were able to put together these better patch notes, which actually have the numbers in them, which is really, really nice. So, it's the Turner's Patch 1.25.28, stuff like that. I'm going to have this link below. Also my Discord and also my Twitch, where I'll be live from when this video goes up to about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. CST, so definitely come hang out. We'll talk about the patch, talk about the game, talk about the future of tournaments as well. So if you're interested in joining tournaments, definitely jump on in. It'll be a lot of fun. But, have these better patch notes, so I'm going to go through these things, talk about exactly what they changed and how they changed it, stuff like that. So Turner, Commitment Patch 25.28, ID range 160. I'm not going to read the stuff that you can just read yourself. I'm going to scroll through this very slowly, but I am going to talk about the actual, like, big changes they did, because there are a few weapons in here where they changed it in really weird ways that I need to explain. So, you have the Scudder, which got a big buff for its 2 AR, got a really big buff. This was the worst weapon in the game, so that's a really exciting. 17 to 25 is kind of insane, because remember, this is times 3. The 2 AR is that burst or assault rifle. I'll show you right here. This one right, where is it? There it is, right there. So yeah, 25 times 3, so that's 75 cumulative impact now, which is a huge buff. It's 2 AR may actually be kind of scary now. Ludlow got a big change we talked about in the leak video. This is about the same range as Hutassa right here, 127, so that's gonna be really fun. So definitely get your new Lamb arms and your Ludlows out with Hutassa and do some damage. Chain Chen got a decent buff, still not great probably. Asujin got a pretty nice buff as well. They're basically just increasing the ideal range and all the connects, which is awesome. So this is interesting. So Zhuan Ji, if you don't know what proximity detonation is, it's basically a stat where after 90 meters, your bazooka will explode when they hit a certain radius. So let's go ahead and show this off right here. So if I do this, shoot this off. That's the wrong one. Shoot that off. I fucked up. Yeah, you can tell. See, that used to actually connect back before the patch. Let's try there. Yeah, see, it didn't actually hit the AC, but it still exploded. And the reason for that is proximity detonation. If you get too close, it's not going to hit, because it has to be after 90 meters. So after 90 meters, your hitbox just gets bigger. That's basically the idea. Zhuan Ji got only nerfed by 2. So you know how, like, bazookas were really annoying because their hitboxes were fucking huge? Zhuan Ji's hitbox got tapped very lightly, where Majestic and Little Gem went from 10 to 7. Zhuan Ji went to 10 to 8, which is kind of interesting, because Zhuan Ji already was really, really gosh darn good, because it was just a better reload than Majestic. But maybe Zhuan Ji is better now. Maybe we'll start using Zhuan Ji instead of Majestic. Interesting. So LRA, we have a few things. They nerfed the absolute hell out of LRA. LRA got nerfed to the freaking ground. It is kind of sad, honestly. Like, LRA wasn't doing super hot in the West, but it was doing very, very, very well in Japan. So let's grab some LRAs real quick. And now we have 2 of them. Alright, so not only can you only do a few, like, one less shot of the actual, just, you know, gun. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now instead of 6, which is a pretty big deal. The charge time is now, I think it was 3.8 seconds is what it is now? Yeah, 3.8 seconds, which is just disgusting. Like, they add a whole extra second. What they did do, and what this number means right here, the weapon's charge drain. So when you are actually holding down the button, and you release it before it actually finishes cooling, it's like right there. That right there, you see how my yellow bar is going down? That is what they changed. They made that go down slower. I mean, you can basically feather your shots, or not feather your shots, but like have your shots be like close to being charged. Then right when you get that stagger, boom. So it's easy to do that now, which is very interesting. Cooling also went down. Basically, they just nerfed the hell out of it. Like the uncharged attack power, the uncharged heat buildup went up. It's like everything is just so. This weapon got nerfed to the ground. By the way, I'm still waking up, so sorry if I'm a little bit all over the place. It is currently 7:49 a.m. I am tired. Alright, so 760 PR. This one's actually a huge one. So, I actually really like this weapon before the patch, and I'm going to like it even more now. Let me show you all how fast this thing is now. It's kind of ridiculous. Check this out. Look how fast those projectiles are now. It's kind of wild. The charge attack didn't get changed at all, but the actual, the uncharged attack got hella buffed. It's so fast now. It's awesome. Got 100 more projectile speed, or 110 more, because it went from 280 to 390, which is ridiculous. And uncharged attack heat build up went from 300 to 245. which is, again, you can shoot this thing more now. It goes faster. The uncharged attack is way better now. Now, Coral Shield got gutted. This thing's instant guard is terrible now. Went from 88 to 68. Well, it's not terrible, but way worse. That's the damage negation. The impact dampening went from 77 to 57, basically knocking off 20 points from both stats. Impact dampening went from 50 to 42. Now, what's interesting is they actually did buff the Coral Shield. They buffed the Coral Shield on certain builds, tetrapods, and tank treads, because watch what you can do now. So now, so before, when you shot the bazooka, your Coral Shield would break. Like, you wouldn't get it. But on bipeds and reverse joints, you would still be able to keep it up. Now, it's the same on tetrapods and tanks, which is pretty important, actually. So you can make, and this is evil, but you can make this build. You can do this. You can do double majestic. And I'll show off another majestic change as well. And basically, you can just have a Born Missile tank with like a trillion AP. And just Coral Shield. Boom. Wait, what? I thought they added stance to, Weird. I thought they added stance to bazookas. Weird. Didn't they put that in the patch notes? Ready. Huh. Weird. I guess they didn't... I guess that's not implemented yet? That's strange. Okay. I guess you can still do bazooka. I guess bazooka tank still exists. Weird. Alright. I guess it's a bug and they'll fix that. Strange. Well, anyway, back to the better patch notes. They have SPL08, so this lock-on time got... This is the only... Weirdly, this is the only one they actually buffed the lock-on time and the reload time on, which is strange. Went from 1.5 to 1 second with lock-on time. Let me put S's on here so you know it's seconds. There you go. And it went from... So, the split missile guidance went up by 10 points, which is actually a pretty big deal. Again, the Traino nerf, if you remember back in 1.0, Trainos were kind of really, really hard to dodge, and then they reduced it by 10, and it became a lot easier to dodge. They just increased these by 10, meaning it's probably going to be a lot harder to dodge, which is very interesting. Normal missile is actually unchanged. Only the split missile guidance got buffed. So whenever you're using these missiles and the missiles split off, you'll see what I mean. So let's get the 08 real quick. So what the? Why are you go away? That was fucking weird. Okay, your AI is off. Why are you coming towards me? Anyway, check this out. So normal missiles unchanged, but the split missiles actually got better guidance, and also they split closer, 30 meters closer to be exact. So you can see it's like right up on them before it splits, which is awesome. Reload time got buffed. Same with the SPL12, same guidance, same split distance. So this is weird. We don't know what these numbers mean. Delivery Boy is a weird weapon. It acts strangely. Apparently it's much better now, but they added a bunch of numbers, and we're not really sure what these mean, because we just haven't figured it out yet. The patch is still new. We have no idea what the heck these mean. So 1, 60, 60, 60, 20. No idea what these mean. But this was found in the data mine that King Buerzel did. Again, shouts out to them. It's very, very strange. It's very, very weird. But you know what? Sure. So VPMs, this is a big one. This is actually a really, really, really big one. So the guidance... So I was talking about how guidance... 10 guidance changed Trainos from an extremely good weapon to an okay weapon. These went down 25. VPMs got gutted this patch. Like, gutted. Okay, so VPMs went from 180 to 155 guidance. Check this out. Let me put on the VPMs real quick. And let me put on the actual, the new lightweight touchpad leg so it's easier to show this off. Let me get PO4 booster as well. So, watch this. So when I fire these off, notice that they come out way, 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 way faster. And that's very important. So, they have changed it. So, you know how VPMs were used to keep up your stagger, right? It was basically a way to make sure your opponent's attitude recovery never kicked in. Now, they come out a lot faster, and they stop tracking earlier. So how they used to work is about 18, I believe it's 18, right? Yeah, 18 meters above your opponent, they would stop tracking. As in, they would just go straight down, just hit this, just to hit them. Now, 32 meters above the opponent, they'll stop tracking and just go straight down. Which is a huge nerf, because think of all the times that you have like been like quick boosting to the left or right, try to go away from VPMs, and you just couldn't do it because they just like go down and then like curve to the side or something like that. Like it would be shooting down, and then all of a sudden they go whoop and hit you. Now they'll go but like right here, they'll whoop in, which is a huge, huge deal. Once you know, they'll like go in and then go down. So it used to be they would go like, okay, they would do this. So they go whoop, and then go that way, like towards, they go down after the arc. So the arc begins, they go up, they go down, they go towards me, they go down again. Now they go towards me, and then they barely go towards me and then go down. They go down way higher. I'm doing a bad job of explaining this, but anyway, you can see it right here. You can see how like they'll go down, they drop from right there. They'll stop tracking about like right here instead of like, you know, right there, which is a pretty big deal. That's a huge deal. Hopefully you understand what I mean by that. So yeah, VBM's got absolutely gutted. It is kind of insane. Some lander arms got a nice recoil control buff. That's not really huge. You know, my Alpha legs got a nice weight buff. Again, not really a huge deal. It might be with the Buerzel nerf, which I'll talk about in a second. So this is interesting. VP424 legs got an actual buff this patch. So I know we're all excited about the lightweight Tetrapod legs, but these actually got a buff. So now they start out, they actually accelerate. And instead of you immediately going towards your max speed, they now accelerate, which is pretty interesting. And the top speed is actually faster than it used to be. So we see on these legs right here, which actually did not get this change. Actually, no, they did get this change, but like you can see how it's 400 now. You used to be immediately at that top speed. You used to just immediately be there. Now it's an L acceleration to it. And the other legs actually got a nerf. Their top speed is now slightly lower. See, like I'm only at 300 now. So Water Strider is basically, which is a playstyle where you basically just stay in hover mode and just keep quick boosting like this. Basically regulated to only VP424 legs and Lamb legs, which is interesting actually. I'm kind of down with that. Because good lord, Water Strider on these legs is going to be just ridiculous. All right. So those are the buffs and nerfs to this one. This used to be, I believe, 350, and now it's 320. I forget, but whatever. I might have to add these on there. But this is a pretty big buff to VP424 legs. Now Fortaleza legs got nerfed into the fucking ground. These things got obliterated. They're still good, but they got nerfed really fucking hard. So first of all, your speed is now a lot lower. And we have new weight breakpoints. We also have there's new way that like Fortaleza legs calculate the boost speed and stuff like that, which is very strange. But this is how it goes, I guess. So the initial AB thrust and the cruise AB thrust went down. So when you're using your assault boost, you're not going to go a lot slower, both in the initial hit and also both in the initial thrust, and also see how on my left side of my screen there that I'm starting up higher and then I'm going down to what my actual cruise speed is. You see? So I'm at like 470 something, then I go down to like 450 something. So that got a big hit. And then the initial AB EN consumption. So whenever I'm actually using my EN, you can see my EN goes down. Yeah, so initial AB EN consumption goes from 151 to 163. Cruise AB EN consumption goes from 378 to 408. And then your AB dodge velocity and your AB so your AB dodge velocity also goes down. You see how like you start out, you go a little bit faster. That's the AB dodge velocity, so that's also going down. So you can't AB dodge very well on these legs anymore, which is really nice. Well, it's not a huge hit, but it's worse now, which is interesting. And we have new weight points. At 50k, you get 100% of the speed of the wheelchair speed. At 62.5k, you get 94%, and this keeps going from there. So you can see right there. Again, still waking up, so sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm very excited to get going. So Buerzel booster. Buerzel got nerfed pretty fucking hard. Pretty fucking hard. Let me grab a different build for this. So Buerzel went from 1,100 something AB speed to a lot less. Let me just grab C-Knight moment. This right here. This is C-Knight's old build. C-Knight's a really good player. So Buerzel went from 1,000, I think it was 1,085 to 9,301, which is what the leak said. And now your build's gonna be a lot slower, which I am super down with, because being almost like 90k weight and being almost as fast as a lightweight build is stupid. So they've changed that, thankfully, and now this build gets like 496, and this build right here is a 75k weight. It's a mid-weight. But if I make it a heavyweight, let's put this on, and now I'm at almost 90k weight. We'll see the actual speed of it. which is 443 cruise speed, which is ridiculous. This used to get maybe like 480 or something like that, which was just as fast as a lightweight, because we go to BVO, which is the best lightweight build in the game, by the way, the only one that was viable last patch, and you'll see that's like 500 something boost speed. So the fact that you were like 480 or 490 at a 90k weight AC was ridiculous. And it was actually why lightweights didn't win a lot of tournaments. I'll be real. Like I know I got a lot of comments on the lightweight video talking about how this, lightweight player just beat the best player in Japan, and how people were like, "Oh, lightweights are good. That's crazy." But like it was true. Lightweights did not do super great last patch. See, look right here, 507. So you're about 20 points less. For 60k weight, you're about 20 points less AB speed, which was ridiculous. So now that's been changed. Also, another thing that's good to know is that Buerzel's assault boost dodge is now worse as well. So it takes a little bit more EN to do that little shuffle there. See, AB dodge cost, actually a lot more, but 100 more, 110 more the AB dodge cost. Look at that. And your velocity and your cruise AB velocity is also worse. So look at that. Basically, what these numbers mean is that when you first start the dodge, you have 522 velocity, and then when you are, in the dodge, you get 474, which is a huge nerf. Again, there's a tech that people can do in assault boost where you like move your camera to the right and dodge left like this. To, like, let's say I wanted to get to this area right here on the map, like that right there. I would do this to get there really quickly. Now that's a lot worse and consumes a lot more EN. So that's fucking awesome. I can't wait for I feel like a lot of heavyweight players are going to go midweight now, which is very interesting. So every booster got buffed because Buerzel is now worse, which is super duper exciting. It is super duper exciting. So be excited. The game has changed completely. There's new maps and stuff like that. Get ready for my review on those maps. Maybe they'll be legal in tournaments. Maybe they won't. We'll have to see. But I am super duper excited. Hopefully y'all are too. And I'll see you on Twitch. Again, I am live. I'm live right now. If you're watching the video day of the patch, I'm live right now. And I will be until about 5 or 6 p.m. CST. So come hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk about the new parts. Talk about the new rule set. Stuff like that. Well, the new tournament rule set. It's going to be so fun. I cannot fucking wait. This game is awesome. And thank you all for being here with me for this journey. Y'all have a good one. And enjoy the patch. Goodbye.